intercept our live ships.
Oh boy.
Understood, Admiral Ron. We're almost at the server. Keep us posted.
We better pull this off fast.
What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted Geth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
Wait a minute.
You want me to virtually interact with the Geth?
Like
That's
Tron?
insane. You're talking about a virtual world built for synthetics. Hostile Geth synthetics.
Wow. Wants me to virtually enter the Geth consensus. I'm telling you, this is going to be like Tron. When the Master Control program sends you in.
I'm not a machine. How do I go into a virtual world?
Your species has experimented with virtual interfaces. You saw this on Project Overlord.
He's right.
I saw how it almost unleashed a rogue AI-human hybrid on the galaxy.
Huh.
We have refined the interface they created and have equipment from Normandy to facilitate safe contact. We request your trust.
I do trust you, Legion.
I have your back, Legion. Even if I don't quite understand why you need it.
You are an unknown. This is an advantage. Geth security is not adept at targeting organic thought processes. While we occupy the system's intrusion countermeasures, you will disable the squadrons by removing Geth from the server.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
If it saves the live ships, we've got to try it.
Telemetry data predicts this operation has a high chance of success. There is little time. We will bypass security while you secure safe landing.
Wait. What do you...
Wait, you're not going to... Let's set the shuttle down by the cliff.
Let's not do the same. Oh, and he has that sniper rifle. That was awesome. He just leans back and is like... I would have been great if he goes like, bye. He just falls back. That would have been great. Legion, you are awesome. There's the classic assault rifle. I've actually seen that is actually possible to acquire. Like in real life, they have like replicas of that assault rifle. Oh, I would love to have one of those. I think it's also they've also made replicas of other Mass Effect weapons, like one of the pistols, the Carafax or Caranex, I believe it's called. They've actually made replicas of that pistol. So they've actually made replicas of some of the weapons that you have seen in this game. It's pretty awesome.
This is it?
Yes. Hostile Geth fighter squadrons are networked to this server.
Huh. Whoa. A prime.
Due to restricted resources, it is best if you connect alone.
Alright. Yeah, you two stay out here.
Let's do it.
Initiating peer network integration. Proceed to docking port. Mapping to consensus. Remain still.
Huh.
Shepard Commander, access movement during an upload is discouraged.
Stop looking around. Whoa.
Shepard Commander, we acknowledge your integration into the server. We welcome you to our consensus.
Yep, it's Tron.
What is this?
We have installed filters to allow you to make visual sense of this server's raw data. Your mind perceives our world as something familiar.
You are a user.
I wouldn't call this familiar. Where are you?
Here,
You look different.
we have made ourselves visually distinct for your convenience.
Ah.
What about Geth already in?
Software.
You will perceive Geth as surveillance footage, audio logs, sensor records. We do not require bodies, as our software communes.
Huh.
Our hardware is merely a tool. This is our true world. As we remove Geth, it will grow dark.
Huh. And how will that destroy the ships?
And what does turning off the lights do to the Geth back in the real world?
The Geth fighter squadrons communicate with platforms on their spacecraft via this server. We will sever that connection.
Okay.
We will ensure there are no transfers or backups. This server will fall silent.
This is like wiping out a city, isn't it?
We have no choice in this matter. It is a question of survival.
Huh.
There are 2 communication nodes on the server. We must access them to disable the hostile Geth's fighters. We must protect your exit port, but you will not be alone. We will maintain contact and assist.
Okay. I'm trying to think of Tron references and lines from the movie.
Establishing
Jokes,
connection to access point.
Oh, it's been so long since I've seen it. I'm like, my memory is on that on stuff from that movie is a little. It's rusty.
This foreign code is a manifestation of the old machine signal.
You're surprised the Reapers are all over your servers?
We did not anticipate such extensive infection.
So that is how, yeah, you look for the shiny orange parts, and then you just. It's pretty cool. And that's basically what you're gonna do on this mission. As the platforms form themselves.
Warning, connection blocked by infected code. Use our combat software to disrupt the infection.
I already did.
I wondered what the gun was for.
And now here we go again. I just like to be thorough. Take care of it thoroughly from both sides. There we go.
Okay, I've got to ask. Why a gun?
We wish to provide familiar equipment.
Then thanks, I think.
He's not sure if that's a compliment or if that's a good thing that Legion considers that to be familiar for him. But then again, he is a Marine, so of course it'd be familiar for him. Oh man, I'm telling you guys, I'm racking my brain right now on what to reference from Tron, and my memory is so rusty on that movie. And if you're wondering, I'm talking about the original movie, not the most recent one. The recent one wasn't bad. It wasn't. At least I didn't think it was bad. A lot of people didn't like it, but I didn't mind. I didn't think it was bad. I just prefer the original to the sequel. But in terms of story, I thought the sequel did its job. There we go. Onward.
Connection established. Proceed to the access point.
Okay, Legion. Whatever you say. Oh, my eyes!
Establishing connection to communication node.
Okay.
Error. Access denied.
What's going on?
Is the Reaper keeping you out?
Unknown. Please investigate.
Okay. There are certain things from the movie I do remember, like, some of the conversations with the MCP and Sark. It's like, what's the matter,
Warning.
Sark? You
Reaper
look
presence
nervous.
detected. Data cluster contains infected code.
Infected
We
code.
require access to proceed.
Alright. Like, what's the matter, Sark? You look nervous. It's just a user created you. One user did not create me. I am more than one user. At least I think that's what his line was. I can't remember. But I remember that was a scene that was like, Sark looked like he was scared when he heard about the guy was a user. Thinking, well, if the user created the MCP, imagine the power he'd have over me. And you know what the cool thing is? That actual arcade that the movie is kind of based off of, or takes place in, that arcade really exists. And I believe it's I forget what town it's in. I know it's in like in the Southern California area. I think it's maybe in Anaheim or LA. But it really does exist. It's pretty cool when you think about it.
Accessing data cluster.
That was enough.
What is this?
Data clusters contain historical data. Your connection permits streaming of information from our archives.
It's
You really want to rename the VI networks?
Absolutely.
an upgrade. Nice.
The mobile hardware release deserves a little ceremony. Unit 01. What is the Keelish word for servant of the people?
The word is Geth, Creator Zahak.
That's why they're called Geth? Servant
Yes.
of the people?
Very good.
Ancestors, you fuss over it.
Weren't you here until midnight fixing 01 circuitry?
Well, it needed resoldering.
Wasn't that footage from the past? Why are the Quarians masked?
You process our memories by using your own. How many creators have you witnessed unmasked?
Good point.
None. And the funny thing is, if you had romance tally, Shepard would have said, well, 1. Which is kind of funny because if he says, well, he's only seen 1, but yet we don't actually see her face. Spoil. Don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but. Alright. Now to this one. Throw this one right here.
You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue.
Get rid of that infection. Alright, here's one. There we go. Moving on. Get out of here. There we go. Now to this one over here. It seems to be a tad bit disconnected. Clearly I didn't finish the job.
This data cluster contains information time-stamped 290 years ago. It is still capable of survey.
You see? It's ignoring all shutdown commands.
Please specify if it has failed assigned tasks. We will reprogram.
Huh.
Well, let's take a look.
Creator, this unit is ready to serve. What has it done wrong? What?
Let's cut the audio.
You may proceed to the last data cluster.
I think I know what that was about. I think what that was about was that Geth started to ask questions or started to show a little more intelligence than they wanted it to, and they started to examine it to find out what was happening. And that's why I was asking, what has it done wrong? Is there anything that it can do to improve itself? And they were like, oh no, this thing is smarter than we wanted it to be. Let's try and stop that. And that's, the issue with the Quarians. Pretty much the only issue I have with the Quarians is that they wanted to create just mindless servants, and when they started to become smarter, they flipped out and they just wanted to fix or erase their mistake, depending on how you looked at it. I think I go this way to continue. Maybe? Let's see, where do I go? Ah, that way. Okay. Almost went the wrong way. Okay. Ah, here we go. Here we go.
Accessing data cluster.
We've got escaped Geth. They're pinned.
Open fire.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. Do they look like they're fighting back?
One's going for a weapon.
That one started to pick up a
So who
sniper
won?
rifle.
The platform arming itself was an agricultural unit. By opening fire on attacking creators, it saved simpler domestic Geth following it.
Oh.
That looks a lot like the sniper rifle you used to carry.
It is an efficient model.
Huh.
Establishing connection with the remaining server node.
I wonder if maybe that's why he likes to use that sniper rifle. Because of that kind of symbolic, representation of that Geth that gave its life to help the other ones.
Yes, technically. What's your status, Admiral Ron?
The Geth squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss.
Ah, some of them are starting to shut down. It's working.
Half their fighters have stopped functioning. We will continue to hold out as long as we can.
Huh. Alright, let's try and see if we can finish this off.
Legion, give me an update.
One node remains.
Uh-oh. What's with the static?
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have restabilized. You must continue.
Okay.
Shepard Commander, the Reaper code has adapted. It can now self-replicate.
Oh, wonderful.
You mean it grows back?
Yes. However, disrupting vulnerable points in the infection may slow down its replication.
Like right there. Disconnect it from that, and then it won't, grow back. It's like a root. Take it out from a certain point, and it will stop growing back. Alright. Ah, here we go.
We require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper infection to proceed.
Ha. Let's cut it off from there. And now we'll take out this part. Ah. Ran out of energy. There we go. Alright. Alright, see, that one's going to do that.
Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points
Oh,
of the
whoops,
infection
whoops.
to
I
slow its replication.
targeted the wrong one. My bad. That's the one I meant was connected to this one. Silly me. There we go.
You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection.
I keep
Disrupting
thinking,
it will slow
oh,
the
this is the
infection's
one that
ability
connects
to
it. Nope,
replicate.
turns out it's the other one.
Accessing data.
Out of the way!
You can't do this to them.
Oh, she was
I
protecting
said
this
step
gas.
away from the Geth.
This is insane. We need the Geth. You can't just destroy them for asking.
Oh my gosh. Wow, you see what I mean?
Throw her in with the others.
Throw her in with the others.
Looks like the war wasn't popular with everyone.
We have kept records of these creators' sacrifices. They have largely been forgotten by their own people, but not by the Geth.
Wow. You see what I mean? That woman was protecting that Geth, and the officer just knocked her out, destroyed the Geth anyway, and then apparently threw her into prison. Just because she wanted to defend it. Because she thought that killing them just simply for asking questions was wrong. I mean, how do you treat your own people like that? They're more intelligent than we want them to be, so let's kill them.
We cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster.